come my way. I'ma make a statement day by day. Y'all better come my way. Y'all better come my way. Okay, and say, y'all better come my way. I'ma make a statement day by day. Peace out,
welcome to JAMPACKED. I am your host, Tequila. I am super geeked and pumped. This is a guest I have been trying to get on this show for a hot ass minute. We have a special treat today. She is a certified rapper. She is a member of the System Crew, always and forever a member of the System Crew, a licensed hairstylist, a makeup beautician. She is also the co-host of the Homegirl Hour Podcast, which is an extension of their show from years ago on Homegrown Radio. So just so y'all know, it is about, come and hang out and chill with your homegirls while they talk, laugh, and reminisce and gain understanding about life, love, and growth. And y'all, nothing is really ever off limits for them. And she is a beauty enthusiast. She is a relationship expert. Y'all, she is multi-talented of all trades. Make sure you book a session and get BLISSMITIZED. I have gotten my face BLISSMITIZed many a times. Be on the lookout for the release date of the project that she's working on called From Start to Finish. And you may remember her hot hits like Beaming and Bowman and Dripping. And you want to be on the lookout because she's just going to drop it. Her Daddy Snatcher merch is going to be dropping soon. So make sure you are on the lookout. To top off Women's Month, repping for Compton, the Hub City Diva, glam gutter herself, joining us from LA. Folks, I bring to y'all Miss Bliss.
I'm gonna need that intro all the time. Like every day of my life, I'm gonna need that intro. Period. And then from now on, if my intros ain't like that, I don't even want it.
Right, just throw it away. I don't even want it.
Start over.
Throw it away. Throw it away. Throw it away.
Hell no. Thank you, Sam.
Of course. Y'all,
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. I feel like this is like years in the making of needing some BLISSMITIZED on the show. But it's not even like, it just schedules just didn't work. And and this just feels like the perfect time, the right time. And no better way than to end Women's Month than with some BLISSMITIZED sparkle to it all. I love it.
We're ending Women's Month and we're stepping into the spring equinox.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? So look at that, the transition. That's probably why I feel so good. You know what I'm saying? I'm alive in the springtime. This is my season. Like
yes, big time. I love it. I'm so glad that you're here joining us for some shenanigans. Your drink of choice today is some tequila.
Yes,
so
yes.
You remind me of a West Side Story.
Crazy, we got the same one too.
We did.
The Don Julio.
Yes.
Oh, you can't go wrong with that.
You got to.
So smooth. So smooth.
It's just something nice. Something nice.
Warm.
Ooh, oh goodness, man. That just made me want to ask 5,000 questions right there. Because with Bliss, she said nothing is off limits. Like she's an open book. So we gonna talk. We got some time to talk. So we gonna talk.
No. Let's talk.
Y'all, I've known Bliss for a hot second. Back to the System Crew days. It was your return to the system, right? Wasn't it?
I never left the system, which was the thing. But it was just a point in time where I had my hands in so many different things that the system, and it was so many of us, it was like, I couldn't be there and there at the same time. So it really buckled down to once the system started lowering its numbers of members and we got down to like the 7 and they just really wanted to know, what did I want to do? Was I moving forward so that we could actually form our group.
Yeah.
Well, not our group, our collective.
Mm-hmm.
And I was all in. I was there from the jump. So I was like, yeah, of course.
You have been there from the jump, but yeah, I know with the numbers, it's kind of it's always been a team, but it's like, you know, it's like you sub in, sub out, but you never left the team. So it's just like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 And so for folks that don't know, once upon a time, I worked with the system for a little bit, and I had the great honor of not only working with the system, but also working with Miss Bliss. And the conversations that we always have, you never know where the conversation is going to go. And I love that. We could be talking about... We could be talking about universal alignment 1 second, and then the next it's like, man, but I was hooking up with this girl or hooking up with this dude.
Right. You gotta have balance, though. You know what I'm saying? That's how the universe works. It can't be all work and no play.
Exactly.
Both.
So because you are an open book, and it really is just... I'm really geeked right now, so I don't know if you could tell, but I am overly excited. I am like I'm ridiculously geeked right now.
I am too, Jim. And I haven't seen you. We've been in quarantine. I did see you at the
Doc Miller's. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
at Doc Miller's.
That was so. I hadn't seen you so long before that. Also, congratulations on your marriage. You know,
thank you.
See you, but I saw you doing a big thing.
Right.
Like, come on now. That's awesome. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you and your wife.
I appreciate it. Yes. I appreciate it. I mean, I know every time that you and the wife see each other, y'all never recognize each other because either you got a different look or she got a mask on. And it's just the funniest thing because it's like, are they going to recognize each other today?
And then once we do, we like, I thought that was you.
Exactly. I love it. Like that makes my heart smile. Yes. So because you are an open book, we're going to play a little bit of privacy. There's not too many people I could really bring out these privacy card these privacy cards with. If folks say they open book, we're going to see how open book
they are.
So, you know, there's a number 1 through 4. You go pick a number, and I'm going to ask the question, and you can either answer or plead or ask for your attorney. Now, if you do answer it, something I forgot to mention before starting this recording, I will drink. I will take a drink. So somebody's taking a drink.
You're going to be loaded.
Somebody's going to take a drink. So if I answer, you got to take a drink. If you answer, I got to take a drink. So this is, So, so that's
okay.
You
have to be drunk, Jam.
This is gonna be a hot mess. I'm so glad you haven't seen Oracle's episode.
I did see that episode.
Did you?
Okay. They were faded. They were fucked up.
Just passed out on the couch. Just
not today. Not on my watch.
Right. Not reclaiming my time. Not on my watch. Not today.
Not today.
For folks that don't know what we're talking about, just watch episode 1. That was the best. That was the best episode.
They set the bar.
Right. For that to be the first episode, I was like, wow. First of all, thank you for even deciding to be the first. And
jumping in head first, too.
Woo. You got Alicia licking off the vodka off the table. And woo.
Y'all was loaded.
That was a single jam as well back in the day.
That's true. You like, I'm a whole different beast now.
Right. This is why everybody's happy that I'm off the market, because I was a mess.
It wasn't that bad.
Man, come on. We all went to Pride, San Francisco Pride, and
we had some good times.
Woo.
Where else did we go? The one in Long Beach?
Long Beach? Long Beach was ignorant.
That was crazy.
Long Beach Pride was ignorant.
Crazy. That was the largest crowd I ever performed at. But anyways, go ahead. Let's go.
So for folks that don't know, I mean, a Pride, obviously, you know, everybody loves a good Pride, but Bliss used to date women once upon a time. Yeah. And I don't know if you've revisited that world for folks that want to slide in your DMs.
Well, no. Bliss love the ladies, Bliss love the ladies. But at the same time, Bliss love the men, and I wouldn't even consider myself like bisexual or anything like that. But if you catch me and I'm feeling like I want to play, then I'm going to play. But don't take me serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I play too much. Like, I play entirely too much.
Have you ever been in a situation where you play too much, but you caught yourself all up in the moment a little too much? And they were like, well, you say you like to play too much. So I'm playing too much. And now we in quite a conundrum.
Right. And then, but see, that's how I know I've grown, because I put myself in situations like that all the time. And now I got to follow through because I was playing too damn much. Now I got to play, but now I'm giving you the disclaimer. Like, look, I play too much and I might stop playing and you're going to be mad. So you got to pick and choose your own poison. Okay.
I used to be like you told me you play too much and I was just playing. So I was doing what you were doing. And then now you won't stop calling me right now.
Right.
So it's but play if you want.
Play if you want. Play with fire if you want. Your ass gonna get burnt. Okay.
Exactly. All right. So I got a card. What number 1 through 4 will you pick? Okay.
I'll start off with my life path number 3.
Okay. All right. Number 3. Would you be comfortable being single for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
I feel like that was definitely one of the more easier questions I've ever seen in this deck. That was super easy. I was like, I'll answer that for Bliss. Yeah. Yes. That means I could be a savage for the rest of my life. Are you kidding me? And I don't have to worry about the drama, the headaches.
What? Although I right now want to be in love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want a relationship. I want something long-term forever. I want my life partner and all that. But at the same time, I do enjoy being single, And it's like I be in relationships anyway. You know what I'm saying? It just don't be no commitment. So I'm just going to have a whole bunch of situationships. And I'll be okay with that. Because I got enough love to spread. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you talking about wanting to be in love. I mean, but you still glam gutter. So like, what is going to like make Bliss want to settle down and be in love? Like, what kind of guy are you looking for? You like how I hesitated on the guy part, because you and I have had this conversation before. But what is it for you with a guy or a partner, significant other, potential partner? We'll leave that door open. That you're looking for that is gonna make you say, "Yo, I'm in love." Like, what are you looking for?
Honestly, consistency first and foremost. Somebody that can be my friend and that's willing, like, it's really my intro is very simple because I accept you for who you are, flaws and all. We at the beginning, you got to figure out if that's something you want to tolerate. Some shit I might not like about it. But if I choose up and choose you, I just need you to be consistent, willing, and understanding, you know what I'm saying? And to want to genuinely build something and not be just physical and lustful in the moment. You know what I mean? Like, I want some depth to it. So, niggas are so surface, excuse my language. Men are so surface. And
yeah.
There's some good men out here. I just haven't crossed their path yet. They haven't found me yet. I know it's a few praying for me, and I'm praying for you too. But I'm just waiting for somebody to be consistent, because I can be consistent, but I realize like me and dating and wanting what I want it so bad that right now I might not even need to be in that situation. Like I need to be okay with like, yeah, I want to be in love. I want a relationship. Boom. I know that. But let me focus on myself, continue to do the things that I want to do. Because when you're in a partnership, it's two. It ain't it's you no more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm okay with that, but I still got shit I need to do. Let me like continue to work on myself. So just somebody that can meet me where I'm at right now. Like I want to put in the consistency. I want to put in the effort, and I'm willing to grow with somebody that's worth my time,
I feel that. I mean, being an artist, have you met folks that have like, there's some kind of pushback or dilemma that they have because you're an artist, that like almost like because being an artist is one of your babies, like you've been a creator since the very early ages of life. Like, do you ever see like a problem like in past relationships, like with how they feel with you being an artist, and almost feeling jealous of that time that you spend with that over spending time with them?
No, like, to be honest with you, I still haven't been in a like committed relationship with a man. But when I was dating women and I was in like committed relationships, they were supportive. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't never an issue. Now in my present life, my straight life, I think it's a little intimidating for men sometimes, because I'm a rapper, so it's like, oh, you got dudes on your jock, or you know what I mean? Like it's that they're not secure in themselves. They think I'm a player, and I am at the end of the day, but you not really trying to do nothing anyway. So
yeah,
if you're really ready to tie somebody down, you're gonna like, oh, you're a player? Yeah, watch this. You're gonna change all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah. They don't push back, but they're intimidated. They're insecure about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they know what comes with it.
Yeah. I agree with that though. Like if you meet someone, you're going to change whatever the problem is, or try to be a better version of you for that person if you want the relationship to work. Like I noticed a lot of my single, trifling, raggedy ways. Like I changed that. Like before I even, decided to propose. Like a lot of things changed. I was just like, even before she was a fiance, I was just like, oh, damn, like this is what it means to like really find somebody and like have to make those legitimate changes. Like, yeah. That shit
exactly. That's awesome. Yeah. I want to do that too. And I know she did the same thing for you. You know what I mean? Because you kind of adjust you get your partner, what I'm assuming, and maybe you're experiencing that or just experienced that. Like when you meet your partner, like you guys pick each other up where you're weak at. You make each other better in those areas where you suck at, and I'm okay with that too. Like, when you meet me, I want you to be like, yeah, I gotta get my shit right. You know what I'm saying? So I can get on her level. And I'm gonna be doing the same thing.
Yeah. So when they slide into your DMs, like what's the proper protocol for you, the proper DM etiquette of sliding into your DMs? How do they grab your attention? You single, you out here ready to mingle, ready to find the right one.
Right.
What are you looking for when they slipping and sliding, backsliding into them DMs?
I don't know. Like at first it was like, try to take me out, but now it's like, I don't even need you to take me out. Like shock me with something, like be creative. Like if you really are checking for me, you're going to be like, kind of like knowing what type of woman I am, knowing the things that I like. You could tell by somebody's, not necessarily the Instagram, I would say, but more so like their stories and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So just try to figure out how to impress me. And I'm giving a secret away, but I'll be impressed by the smallest things. You know what I mean? Like the effort. Like, I like flowers. Like, I'm still a woman. I like gifts. And I'm not talking about Birkins and all of that. Like, but like little gestures to let me know, like, oh, that's sweet. You thought about that. Thoughtfulness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then show me, you can send me some money too. You can be like, what's your Cash App or something? No.
Yeah. Be like, yo, I want to help you fund this album. You know what I'm saying? Like something. Because that's at least, I'm being thoughtful. I'm thinking about you. Like but that's so true. It's the smallest thing. It's the small thing that's a big thing. Exactly. And I don't know if I've ever admitted to this, but like for the wife, she wouldn't give me her phone number for the longest time. She didn't give me them digits for at least a month or two. That's cool. So she was calling me on Snapchat, and I'd be like, damn, can't you just give me your fucking phone number? Like, we could talk that way, you know, we could text. But I was like on my phone, like ready for the call to come through. And she would message me on Instagram, and I'm like, come on, girl, like, can I just get your, but it is those small things that really make you treasure those moments. But also, like, at the time she was like veganish. So by the time I did get her number, and I don't know why I knew where she lived at the time. Oh, I was like, I want to drop something off. And I was like, you know, I work in downtown, you off of Crenshaw, like, let me come by before I go back up the hill, do my trek to the valley. Right. And I would drop off flowers. I would go to Whole Foods and get some vegan food, some vegan candy, drop it off. It's the small gestures randomly for no reason. So if y'all are trying to woo yourself some BLISSMITIZED,
period.
Hello, you better get with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, go get don't be too proud to wear a daddy snatcher hoodie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I got something coming for the fellas too, but you know.
Okay.
And for the ladies, for the fellas and ladies, is MILF catchers. So
I'm definitely wearing that.
Definitely wear one. Exactly.
I'm about to set my notifications.
You got a MILF over there. So
I sure do.
So yeah, I got something for everybody. He can invest. Like, it's just little stuff. You know what I mean? Like, just like you said, you were doing the little things. Like it ain't no
I
lie.
never showed up to nobody's place just randomly dropping off vegan chocolate bars and flowers.
You wanted that.
I mean, I'll try to give flowers to whoever I'm interested in, but like, you know, but it's also, it's the thought, it's books, it's, you know, but most of the time I would talk to women from outside of the county, country, state, whatever. Right, like, you know, you like how I just, the country, just real, like, low key. Just,
light flex.
But that was because it just made more sense because I had never really had somebody like really locally that I was really trying to actively pursue that I could pursue. Right. There was always, you know, in life, there's always an emotionally unavailable or whatever the case is. But things happen, life happens, and you find the right one. So, but like you said, it's the smallest of things that really make a difference.
Yes.
Let me pick up my card before I just tell too much about myself.
I'm like, it's your turn. Don't be trying to prolong these questions, bro.
Right? Okay. I'm gonna pick 4. Let's see. Do you think the person opposite you has an addiction? Nah. I think opposite to me would be you because you on the screen. I don't know. Opposite. I don't think you have an addiction. No. I don't think you have an. I mean, you love weed, but I don't think that's an addiction. Medicinal purposes.
I don't have. So that mean I got a drink?
Sip up.
Yeah, I'm gonna sip.
Yeah. Over here talking big shit to me. Like,
that first sip.
Yeah, you got a dinner to go to too. So Bliss trying to brace herself.
I'm a big girl though.
All right, okay. Pick a number then.
Okay, so I did 3, and then I'm gonna do number 1 because I'm number 1.
Okay. Number 1, have you watched porn for more than 2 hours in one sitting?
No. No.
You looked around like, no.
Not that long.
I got it. I get it.
Not that long.
I definitely have. For me, we're learning new stuff right now.
Well, yeah, okay.
Talking about, okay. Yeah.
I mean, if y'all learning from it, then yeah.
Well, yeah, you learn it, but I've watched porn since like the age of 8, 9, 10, around there.
Right.
Like that. So for me, I think I'll just fall into a rabbit hole. I'm like, oh, this is some new shit right here. Oh, this is some new shit right. Okay. Like you see like the other like recommended videos of, oh, okay, you into this shit. Okay, you want to watch this? I'm like, oh, well, the thumbnail looks really good. So, let me see. And then I'm like, this wasn't that great. Next, but you end up going down a rabbit hole. But I'm like, I just naturally like seeing shit I don't know anything about or but you've just never fallen down a rabbit hole of just
not on porn on Instagram, yeah, but on porn, I'm really like, let me look. Like I've never really watched porn with like my partner. Back in the day, maybe when we were younger, but it wasn't even like, it was just more like you start watching it and you be like, fuck it, let's fuck,
Yeah.
At this age, it's more so like that too. When I'm by myself, I'm like, I just need to see what I need to see, to do what I need to do, and then I'm out. And then I feel so gross afterwards. I'm like, turn that off. Like, why? Right. And ain't nobody here.
Right.
Like, why do you feel so disgusting after having fun with yourself? Like, right. Why am I watching this?
Wanda Sykes has some kind of joke where it's like, I go to a hotel and I do it on the bed. I feel so nasty, but I can't go on the couch. That's like where other people sit. That's just nasty. That's just nasty.
Real talk.
I was like, that's so real. Cause I'm like, I can't do that in the front room where everybody sits there. Just
gotta put a towel down.
Yeah.
Cover it up. They'd be okay.
Yeah. But see, and that's the thing though. Like I'm trying to think. I think if I have, I had to really go down memory island really quickly. I have watched porn with a partner, and then it was like, okay, fuck it, we gonna fuck. Like, it wasn't even like, we're gonna watch the whole porn, and I need to see the end credits. I need to see the music, the music and set design. But yeah, like when you're younger, like that's like a thing, but I'll fall into a rabbit hole as an adult, but
that's crazy. I've never done that. Don't forget to take your sip though.
Oh, I did, but I will again.
Don't act like I didn't see it, Jam.
You
did not take that sip.
I did, but you know what? I have the same thing happen to me yesterday, and they were like, "You didn't take a sip," and I was like, "What you talking about? My breath smelled like whiskey." And they were like, your breath smells like rice. I was like, you know what? Everybody,
my rice.
My whole life is Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I don't smell no whiskey.
If you go back and play this footage, Brooke, in post, feel free to just do a and then show I did take a sip in this very moment right here. No. Damn.
Not that long.
I got a joke. I get it. So that, yeah. Woo. All right, let me pick a number. I'm gonna do 1. I'll do 1 as well.
Okay.
Do any of your exes have incriminating photos or videos of you? Yes. I don't even know if they'd be exes. They were situationships, which just goes to show how reckless my hoe days were for me. But there's definitely some pussy shots out there.
You a bad girl. I ain't never showed the cho-cha. Like, I don't know. I've sent one person. I am 37 years old, and I've only sent out one titty picture. In my neck, you couldn't even tell, like, unless you know these titties, then
right.
Because other than that, you ain't see shit. Like, but titties.
Well, this was thankfully in my hoe days. You know, everybody's already upgraded their phones, lost pictures. This is what I'm banking on.
It's in the air. Huh?
It's in the air. It's in the cloud. My titties are in the cloud somewhere. My pussy shot is in the... Yeah, listen, I was reckless before the system. I was out here.
Oh, you was fun, Jam.
I was young. I was young and dumb. That's... But, yeah, there's... it's in the ethers somewhere. Titties and pussy.
Titties and pussy.
Titties and pussy. All right. Pick a number, any number.
We're going to do 4.
Have you picked any scabs off in the last 24 hours?
No. What?
Neither have I. That's so... nasty. I don't know. I'm just like, just let it heal.
Gabby.
Little Scabby McGabby. Just
Gabby McGabby.
Now I'm gonna take my drink. I'm taking my drink.
I'm watching.
Just, I have to call attention to every time I take a drink now. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'll pick 3. I'll pick 3. Do you flick dried boogers on the floor of your home? No.
What?
Oh my God. Yo, so you just have booger floor just chilling, just all around.
But do you go get tissue? Or what you do?
I either get tissue or I will try to like I put it in my pocket so that I can throw it away. I try to be resourceful.
This thing says she put her boogers in her pocket. Yo, I've never heard there's nobody say that.
Because usually you see people like
boogers.
I feel like that needs another drink, Bliss. I feel like that needs another drink. You know, you see people flinging them and like doing this, you know.
I do a little roly-poly.
A little roll.
But then I go get a tissue and, you know.
Right. If I'm nowhere where there's a tissue, I feel bad if I put it on the ground, like at home.
Nah, if we outside, I'm flicking. Not in the house, though.
If you outside, yeah, then cool. It'll go to Mother Nature, you know, give it away to Mother Nature. But no, not in the house.
Not in the house. That's just trifling.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's just trifling.
That's a mess. That's a hot mess. You know, for folks that don't totally understand your journey and your story, what was your coming of age in falling in love with hip hop journey like?
I would have to say it was around, I was like 12 or 13. Like I always was in love with music, just period. But, well, maybe even a little bit before that, but I didn't know that I wanted to pursue that. I always wanted to be an entertainer. Like I wanted to perform. I wanted to sing. I didn't even know I wanted to rap, you know? But it wasn't until like my sister, she used to love like JJ Fad and Salt and Pepper and MC Light. And we used to watch MTV Jams and all of that. That made me be like, oh, these women are dope. And then when I got a little older, I thought I was Left Eye for a little bit. We had a singing group. And I was like, because I can't sing, but I can hold a note. You know, it ain't gonna sound bad if you throw a little auto tune on it. You know, But I think when I wanted to be like, yo, I want to do it, I was in high school, 10th grade, when Little Kim came out. Like, yeah, after hardcore. Yeah. Like that era of female rappers made me want to do it. Like they were so empowered. You know what I mean? Like they were powerful. They were sexy. They had hardcore bars. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, and they just had like this little glam about them. And I was like, I want to do that. And I want to talk my shit too. Like I was raised off of Little Kim, Trina, Eve, Foxy Brown, The Brat, like Missy Elliott. So yeah, like I wrote my first rap in the 10th grade in Spanish class. So
no way. Yeah. Do you remember it?
I do not remember it, but I do remember a little rap that I did back in the day, but that probably was my first rap. Well, 10th grade, Mr. Vega class, my homeboy Willie B, who is a dope ass, well-known producer, rapper. He goes by the name Ichiban Don, TDE. He helped me like write my first 16.
Oh, wow.
Like my actual first 16. But I had a little rhyme before that I used to do. It used to be like so whack, but it was cute, you know? Like, girl, ciao. So yeah, high school.
Okay. In Mr. Vega class.
Yeah, but I fell in love with hip hop around probably like 7, 8. Yeah, around that time.
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of Little Kim in your style and your, you know, like all of that.
80.
What was it about Little Kim that like she talked her shit? She was out there. She was sexy and honest and vocal, but what was it about Little Kim that really resonated with you even deeper than that?
I like the fact that when she had I wouldn't say a split personality, but there was two sides to her. I always loved that about her. Like her bars were crazy and aggressive, you know what I'm saying? But you always still had that feminine energy behind it. And then when they would do interviews with her, she was just so posh and coy and just like, you know, sweet. So it's like, how can you not love her? And then she just was so feminine, you know, like, damn, how are you? And tiny, like, just, how are you spitting those bars? Like, and then she was just respected, you know what I mean? Like, so it was really dope.
Yeah.
Like I fell in love with her. And I felt like, now, of course, we know Biggie helped her write her rhymes, but I honestly feel like it was really truthful to who she was, you know what I mean? Yeah. But that didn't define who she was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like she talked that slick shit. She talked heavy sex and she was very provocative, but that didn't take away from her becoming a star and an icon and a sex symbol. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and just respected by men in the game too. Yeah. Like it was amazing to see.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and so I'm like, wow, how do I start? Let me count the ways. You know, I've had, now I officially have you on the show. I've had Devious, Oracle, Mickey Vale, Candy, Dawn, all the System Crew. The main. Oh
yeah, you got to get Brandy on here too.
Oh, and I've had Brandy on. Sorry. I'm sorry. I had Brandy on, but it was so long ago and I've got to get her back on here. Just, you know, I love talking shit with Brandy. But so I've had Brandy on. I've had all of y'all on now. And I talk about women in hip hop. I've spoken about women in hip hop with each of you. But for you, what do you think that it is in the hip hop verse of why women have such a hard time getting their voice heard, their music heard, being signed, getting that financial investor support? Because it breaks my heart. And I made a post about like Raising Sons, the band that I originally had started to work with and really had catapulted my journey to wanting to help y'all and to getting the word out of folks that somebody in Maine may have never heard of. Yeah. Why do you think that it is? Because it's always broken my heart that y'all have not gotten that love, that notoriety, that respect that y'all deserve. Mm-hmm. What do you think that it is about not only just the system, but the industry itself?
Well, right now in the industry, women are booming. Like they are like everywhere. You know, it's just for me, it's more so just I want to see some more balance. You know what I mean? But earlier in the music industry, I feel like it's a man's world. Like with hip hop, you know, it's a man's game. So it's boys club, like, and that's just what it is. And in order for women to sometimes get put on, they needed the backing of a man. But it even goes correlates with.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it out.
It's all good.
Just being a woman in general in the world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Men been dictating how we supposed to be forever. Yeah. And I think that's what it is. Like we are second to man. That's how they built the system. You know what I mean? Or we shouldn't be rapping, period. Like they didn't want us to rap. They'd rather we be singers. You know what I mean? So when we did create that voice, they wanted to have full control of it, you know? Yeah. Now more so women are running the game on their own. They don't need that backing from a male to put them on. So I just think it's more so just, it was a boys game, a boys club rather. Yeah. That's why we wasn't getting our just due, but the times have changed.
Yeah.
Women are definitely doing their thing. Now, the type of rappers that we have is another thing, but
talk about
commercial. You know what I mean? And I'm a very provocative, pop that pussy, shaking my ass type of rapper too, but I have a balance to me. You know what I'm saying? And not that these girls don't, but it's not mainly focused on that. It's more sex driven, which I don't find it offensive. I just be like, where's the balance? Like in the women, where's the class? Like everybody half-ass naked. You know what I mean? Like, and it ain't nothing to show some skin and to be comfortable, but where's your balance? Y'all don't never have on no clothes. How y'all ain't never got on no clothes?
Yeah.
You walk around in leotards and bathing suits and booty shorts all day. You don't do that. So where's the balance? Because y'all making it seem like this is what it is for all female rappers. And we ain't all like that, you know? Or you got the other side with the rhapsodies so you got to be hella conscious and And it's like, you know, girls that are in the middle, that are a little ratchet and got a little substance, you know? And for me, I'm like, yo, that's more. We need more of women that are the middle ground. You know, that's going to be sexy, but they also going to give you some substance. You know what I mean? Like they're going to feed you both ways.
Exactly. No, I agree with that. And that's, you know, as much as it's booming right now with women doing it, it's still not that balance. And it's not balanced at all. And I feel like when there is a woman out there, they're like, oh yeah, this girl is so great, but there's still no balance. It could be one or two, it could be one, it could be none. And it's still not going to be balanced because they're still looking for the next sexy rapper. And they think that that's what's going to sell. And it's not like,
but sexy does it, but it does sell.
It sells.
Like sexy isn't naked.
Yeah.
You know, like being sexy is who you are. You don't have to sell sex to be sexy.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, yeah.
Well, that's why I like Lil' Kim.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, she gave us a balance. Those women from that era gave us a balance. Like, they were provocative, but they still carried themselves differently to me.
Yeah.
You know, just all the So I'm like all the women from back in any female rapper from the golden era. Yeah. You got a little mixture of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I on my own for that.
Right. Yeah. It's just like, damn, like sexy to them means that it has to be a Meg Thee Stallion, a Cardi B. And it's not to take anything away from them, but there's other great artists that don't show titties and ass and pop that pussy all day long, and have to have their, titties extra tight, out there, to share their good music, yeah. And I grapple with the whole notion of like the sisterhood of hip hop show, because that show was supposed to help. And I feel like, do we really hear about any of them except for maybe Saya, if that? But I think even Saya kind of.
A lot of those girls were still doing their thing, but you didn't gravitate toward them. So you didn't follow their journey. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So that's shows true. Like, we're just in an era where everything is really based off your personality. You know what I'm saying? More so than the music.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Because your music could be good, but if the people aren't gravitating to it, or you don't have that machine behind you, because that's really what it is. You need that.
It's not constantly in your face. So then it's just like, where did they go?
Exactly. That's why the Cardis and the Megs are at the forefront, because they got a bag of machine pushing them. These other women don't have that.
Yeah.
They don't have it. And we do get to choose who it is, but that's who they're choosing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like a lot of the girls from that show, Sisterhood of Hip Hop, I personally made sure that I followed, if not all of them, most of them on at least Instagram, so I could stay tuned to what their journey was. And maybe it just the stupid algorithm, maybe of, that algorithm keep getting deeper and deeper, doesn't it? Like, I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. I'll randomly try to search somebody, be like, yo, because I haven't seen any of their timeline stuff. And then it's like, oh, you've been doing a whole lot.
Same.
I mean, what would you tell other artists, and what do you tell yourself in moments like this where it's like, it's frustrating, and it can be extremely frustrating? What do you tell yourself to get through it? I'm sorry, this delay is crazy, and you just down the hill. Go ahead, Bliss. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Honestly, at this point in my career, I'm more so like, I'm doing it because I love it. If I'm doing it to get on and to be a big superstar, then I'm missing why I do it. I'm missing the point of why I do it. I do this because I love it. Yeah, I do want the stardom that comes with it. I'm a freaking star.
Yes, you are.
I want it.
Yes, you are.
But at the same time, like, I'm falling back in love with just being creative. And that's where the magic happens. You know what I mean? And that's when you, like, the doors do start opening for you, because now you're doing it because you love it and not because you're trying to be the next blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like, I love music too much to just never do it. But, at this age, I shouldn't be saying that but I'm proud of my age, but my knees won't let me be Megan. You know what I mean? Like, a nigga knees are like, you've been doing this for a long time. Because to me, I was Meg before Meg even came to light. I've been dropping it.
The documentation is there, people. The documentation is 100%
this whole there. Twerk, all that, it's been about it, baby. Like, that whole pimp talk, y'all know I've been about that. It's pimping. I had a song called It's Pimping, because you already know what time it is. But at this age, I'm like, I'm still going to be dropping it low for show, but that ain't what I'm pushing. You know, I didn't leveled up. I'm a boss now. I twerk when I feel like it. I don't have to make that the main thing. Like now I'm just loving music and delivering what my spirit and my soul tell me to do. More to, you know what I'm saying? Like I follow the flow. I'm not pushing against the grain. So
yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I just stay focused on having fun.
Yeah, I love that. And for folks that are, you know, obviously you're listening to this episode because A, you love yourself some BLISSMITIZED, and B, because you love women in hip hop. And we actually we had a guest on the show, Clover Hope, who did the Motherload. She did this book. She created this book, The Motherload, and it's 100 plus women who made hip hop. And I feel like this is the only book that I've seen that has really done women in hip hop justice. And Medusa is also in the book.
That's dope.
So a fellow Project Blowed folks
Project
and
Blowed,
Yo-Yo. Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that folks that are listening, there are spaces to find other like-minded folks, as well as, you know, authors that are creating stuff like that. So, you know, along with getting your Daddy Snatcher merch, make sure that you get that Motherload book as well. Yeah, I'm ready for my MILF attire, man. I'm ready. I'm gonna need one in like every color. Just
right, and they're gonna come in every color so you can get your bag.
Yes. You know, obviously I love myself some black, but I'll get it in every color. If it's BLISSMITIZED.
That's why. Like, I love a good solid black with some white. Like, keep it simple.
Mm-hmm. I had to wear my City of Angels boxing hoodie for you today.
We used that. Me and Jam used to box you guys. We used to be in that thing going crazy. I was in some.
I'd be like, "Come on, Bliss."
Life. That was the best shape of my life I was ever in. I miss Alex.
Yeah. Can you believe that the gym is done? The gym is gone.
I know. I seen that. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it really is. But the cool thing is some of the trainers have kind of gone off and they're still training or doing classes. Like they started the quarantine club boxing. So it's like they started like doing like virtual boxing classes. But yeah, we'll all have to get together and do some boxing. Y'all, if you haven't seen Bliss throw a punch, be ready for that right hook. Body hook. I love it. Now, for folks that also don't know, you know, you're along with being, you know, wearing all of these hats, you know, makeup, hair, rapping, you're also a mom. How do you balance all of that? My boo with my boo.
How did I?
Yes, how did you? Because now he's grown. But how did you? Now he's a grown ass adult. That is my Instagram buddy.
That's crazy.
But how did you balance that?
I don't know. Like, you know, I just did the best that I can do in all the areas that I was in at that time, you know, like even now with my son being an adult, like I'm thankful because he's so amazing. First of all, like he's such an amazing person, and not just because he's my son, but he's just genuinely like a good guy, you know, but that has a reflection on who I am and what the work that I put in and what I gave to my baby. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So I just tried to love on him and try to be there, but we've had our spats as an adult, which is crazy because he has his things with me that I did to him that I didn't even think. I'm just like, I never neglected you. I never beat you. I loved you so much. Yeah, I talked shit and did all this, but I don't think that was bad. There's some people that went through some traumatizing things through their life, you know, I mean, their childhood. But with him, he's just like, he snapped on me during the quarantine. We were talking about doing hair. And he tried to tell me what I had to do. And I'm like, I'm a professional. I can't do that. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm telling him, and he just out the blue snapped on me and went into like, well, you don't listen to me and I'm just trying to, and I'm like, okay. I just sat there and I let him go in and do his thing. And I was like, dude, what you have to realize is like, I do let you talk, and what you're feeling from when you were 9, 10, like, I want you to take into consideration that I was young, very young, like raising me. So I might not have wanted to hear you because I was frustrated, and I'm sorry. I can't go back and like fix it. I can only make it better moving on. I said, and if you really want to get deep into it, I said, think about from that age that you felt that way into the age that I was intentional about treating you different and allowing you the space to speak up and be a young man. You know what I mean? And he thought about it and he's like, you're right. I just like, that was weighing on him. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, that was so minor. But at the same time, like, okay, I'm acknowledging it that I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? And I'm going to take what you give to me because I love you. But I'd rather you do that with me and now than holding on to it when you're 30 and it's translating into your relationships. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But
exactly.
Like, give me the space to grow too. Like, I'm not the mom that you had back then, because I think that he was holding that against me. And we were bumping heads like these last couple of years because he's an adult now and he doesn't live here, you know? So he's like, I'm grown. And I'm like, nigga, I'm still your mama. Like, what you think this is? Like,
exactly. Yeah.
That was kind of deep. I just went off into a tangent, girl, but yeah, I don't know how I did it. I did it. And I'm proud of myself. Like, so now it's just really, I'm like Benjamin Button in this game. You feel me? Of life.
You really are.
I really like had my son at 15. I was out here doing everything, but I was still a parent. And I really wasn't, I would never been able to really go become a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a mom.
Yeah.
And then like becoming a woman who I am now came later, you know? So, and it's a big difference. So right now I'm like a woman and I'm youthful and I'm still young. And I'm like, oh my God, I got a whole nother life to create.
Yeah.
So it's so beautiful. Like I'm in my best years right now.
Yeah. That's some beautiful growth right there. Like that's some true evolution. Like, what would you tell the younger self, the young mom that you were as the Bliss now? Like, what would the Bliss now tell the young Bliss then?
To just relax, you know, like, and to be present. I wasn't present, you know, like my youth was taken from me, not in a bad way, because my son's a blessing, but I really had to, I was traumatized with having my son so young because I really had dreams and aspirations of being who I am. And like, you know what I mean? I really wanted to be a WNBA star and an entertainer. Like that, I was ready. I had a plan.
I love that.
But it you know, that didn't happen for me, which I'm okay with that too. But I wasn't present. I numbed myself a lot. I checked out. I was there. I was doing a good job, but I wasn't present, you know, because it was, when I think back on a lot of shit, it was blurry. I know I had an amazing time. I lived a great life. I did some bomb things, some beautiful things, but I was like numbed out low key. I didn't deal with I didn't start dealing with, you know, and healing, because you can't run from that for too long until I got into 30, you know, like, and started doing my self-help and, you know, healing myself. So, So I would have just told her to be like, calm down, relax, and be present and enjoy the moment, and don't put so much pressure on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. No, healing is definitely, it's a journey in itself, really, you know, and that's, you know, and to even get to a place of saying, okay, I want to begin my space of healing, and and, you know, working on that with the folks that are in my inner circle and in my life, you know. That's, yeah. What, wow, I had so many questions and then they all just went away all at once. But no, that's no, no. I know, because I think this is good for people to learn and to hear, you know, like how do they move forward in whatever they're experiencing, and how can they apply exactly what you said to their life and to their journey and to their healing, you know, especially if they have kids and their kids are getting older. Like, you know, I stepped into a situation with my wife and she, you know, she entered the picture with a 10-year-old son. So that was, you know, that was a journey in itself as well. So, you know, they had their journey and then now it's another journey. And then, so, you know, but we're all in this together. So it's good for me to also hear kind of what he's experiencing as an adult now. And you know how he felt about his childhood and his journey in those moments. So, but no, don't worry, you're not talking too much. This is great. This is learning and inspiring, and I love this. You know, you also, so you have your, along with music, hair, makeup, daddy snatcher, doing all of that goodness, you also have a show called the Homegirl Hour. And so it
I had a show.
Well, okay. So how do you want to frame this? Because you had a show on Homegrown Radio, and then you brought it back years after.
I'll break it down for you.
Break it down. Please clarify for me, because, you know, every blue moon you'll see the Homegirl Hour, you know, came back into life and you created a podcast. And you did that during quarantine of last year.
Exactly.
So break down your radio journey for us and bring some clarification to my world.
Okay, so let's see. I was a part of Homegrown Radio, which is a LA-based radio show, which was an internet radio show. And it was a broadcast. And I was a co-host with DJ Head and Chuck Dizzle, who are currently on 92.3, The Real radio station.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was about to help you and say the beat. That's
right, because you know that's our era. It was the beat.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
So I be tripping too. I'm like, oh, 92.3 the beat. Like, no, The Real. But
they kept the colors and everything the same.
Everything. Everything. It's actually Real 92.3.
Oh yeah. The Real 92.3. Right?
Yeah, something like that.
I still want to say the beat. That's fine. Yeah, we get it.
But they're still doing Homegrown Radio for there. But they transitioned over to syndicated radio, and I still wanted to pursue my music. So it was no longer a fit. That's still my family. I'm still part of the team, like it's just being affiliated. But then I wanted to start my own podcast because I wanted to prove to myself, like, I could do this by myself if I really wanted to do it. Like, because I was in a kind of limbo. Like, what do you want to do? You know, do you want to really? Because I was feeling some type of way that they carried on into radio, and I'm like, well, that's another story. Anyways,
you had years at Homegrown previously to their show being syndicated.
Yes, 8 years. 8 years. I was part of that team. And then, you know, but we can talk about that the next time I see you, because I love to go into depth about it. But it was more so it was me. I ain't gonna hold you. It was me. You know, I didn't take advantage of my opportunity because I really didn't know what I wanted to do. And how I hooked up with them was just out of pure friendship. You know, like I wasn't even part of the vision at first. I just became a part of the vision. So with that being said, once we parted ways, or I left the show and they went syndicated, I was like, let me do this. I could do this. I could do it. I could do it. Then I started the Homegirl Hour. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of people just from being on radio and being an artist. So I was like, I like talking to people. I do like the interviewing part. Like I love talking, like having a conversation, a one-on-one candid conversation. But I did that for probably like 18 months, almost 2 years. And then I can't leave rap alone. The game needs me. Like music always pulls me back in, always. So I had to really sit down and be honest with myself. You know, like, what do you want to do? Do you want to do radio or do a podcast, or do you want to do your music? Like, what do you want to do? You can't keep stretching yourself thin. You know, like you can't, I need to focus on one thing. So I chose radio, but still wanted to do the podcast. And during quarantine, we ain't had nothing to do. So I brought it back, but I never like released officially because they're out there. Like I recorded probably like 10, 11 more from when I had did the Homegirl Hour when I first started. During quarantine, I did probably like 11 shows, new shows on Anchor and Spotify and all of that. But then I was just like, I wasn't feeling it, and then I stopped. But my a good friend of mine, her name is Pretty Ricky. A couple of months ago, she approached me, and we've been friends. She used to be a part of the Homegrown too, and they had their own show called The Get Down. And it was her and another friend of mine. They had their shit. But then one of the girls, she no longer really wants to do podcasts, but Ricky is still into media. And she hit me up a couple of months ago and she was like, you know, I was thinking maybe me and you can do a show. And I was like, because what I did realize with starting the Homegirl Hour, I don't like talking to myself. Like, and you know, like I like having a partner there. Like you can interview somebody and that's cool, but you know how this shit go, right? Some people are finicky. Your guest might flake on you. Things happen, and then you still got to.
So you really got to talk to yourself,
right? And I was like, I like being alone, but I don't like talking to myself because I'll be rambling about random shit. Nobody wants to hear that. Like I don't want to hear that. Like. Be quiet. So when she asked me, did I want to do it? I was like, that might be a good idea. So you get the first dibs. You literally getting the first dibs that I'm going to be dropping soon. We just did our promos for it. It's a podcast called Two Bees in a Pod, like two bitches, two bomb ass, two beautiful. Two bees in a pod. And with me and Pretty Ricky. Okay, nice. It'll still have the same vibe of the Homegirl Hour, but it'll be less guests and more fuckery.
Yes.
You know, the conversations are going to be really, really good, you know?
I love that. I love a good, like, whether it's a duo or a group, but that the fuckery is in sync. Yeah, you know, like sometimes there's shows and it's like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's a give and take. It's a being a team, a collaborative team of fuckery and shenanigans. So I'm excited to listen. I can't wait.
It's gonna be great. And the cool thing about me and Ricky is like the reason we're two bees in a pod is because a couple of years ago. We were hanging out really, really tough. And we talk about everything. You know, women, we like to talk, honey. Okay, get some drinks, we gonna talk. And we start realizing like we had dated the same dudes or the same men were in both of our DMs or, you know what I'm saying? Like the same dude was trying to get with us at the same time. You know what I mean? So it was so awkward to us. And then one day, one of our other friends was like, y'all like two peas in a pod. You know what I mean? And we just laughed it off. And then when she approached me with the suggestion, I was like, that'll be perfect. And then we were thinking about a name. And I was like, two bees in a pod. Because they said we're very similar. Because we have strong personalities, very outspoken. But, you know, like, it's going to be dope. Nice. I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. Burr, 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 burr. You heard it here first, y'all.
Exclusive.
Exclusive. Exclusive.
Drop a clue bomb.
Yes. Copyright on everything.
Right. That part.
Shit, man. Okay. Oh, man. Woo, learn a whole lot about copyright when you do these podcasts out here now.
Okay. It's real. It's real.
It really is. It really is. I just want to share a little funny story because I got an email about some kind of copyright thing that I had violated or whatever. But I was like, I don't even know who this artist is that you're saying that I used in a This is like episode 17. This is like we in the 70s now, thank God. But like I was like, I know her, thank you. But like I was like, I don't even know who this artist is. So I gotta revisit that episode and see if maybe he was a part of something that I randomly used or whatever. But I pay for my copyrights, like the intro to the show. If it's not a jam-packed soundbite, which most of the intro is, like you got Candy Cole, you got Naima, like they did like an intro, like it just sound pieces I put together. But and then I had to. There's like a source that you use to pay for copywritten, like independent music or whatever, which is, I don't know why y'all don't put your music up there now that I think about it. But you can copyright your music through that site.
What site?
I gotta look through my email. Yeah. I'll send it to you. I'm like, I gotta look through my email, remember the name. Because I purchased it so long ago, but it's super cheap. It's super easy. They give you a certificate, all that good stuff. So I don't know if you guys are going to do your podcast through Anchor or not, but I know Anchor has their own little guidelines with music and Spotify, all this other.
It's real out
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Don't get me started.
Podcasting 101 is now in session. I actually did a podcasting 101 class for Doc Miller's class. That was super fun. That was a lot of fun. I love me some Doc Miller too. The only other person I know that loves car chases as much as I do is Doc Miller.
It's so funny. She be real. I'm like, how do you even see these things? Like, how do you know about it? Do you search car chases? Like,
we get alerts. I get alerts on my phone. I'm like, oh, there's a high speed chase.
Okay,
and then I just text her. Yeah, now I text her, or if it's too late, I just put it on Instagram. I'm just like, we got a live one.
That's hilarious. Y'all crazy. They are interesting though.
They really are. Ooh, there's some wild shit.
We didn't even finish our question.
I know how we didn't finish the game. I know you got to get out of here. Here, I got one more. We could do a last round because I know you got to get out of here.
Okay.
Pick a number 1 through 4.
Let's go with 2.
Has someone famous ever RT'd you?
What is RT?
RT? I don't know. I was hoping you would know. Has someone famous ever? RT. Oh, is it retweet? Wow. I'm going to take a drink on myself.
Or
retweet it. I think that's what RT stands for.
Okay, get another card.
Okay. Here, I got. Okay. Yeah, let me pick another card. Let's see. That was rough. Okay, what number? Same number?
Look, our questions have been a little I thought they was gonna be risky. Like what?
Yeah, they just hella random or risky. Like there was one the other day where it was like, have you ever had anal sex? I'm telling you, privacy come with it. See? But it just, let me
okay.
Let's see. Okay, what number?
Let's go.
What number?
You pick a number for me.
Okay, I'm gonna pick number 1.
Okay.
Have you ever tried autoerotic asphyxiation? Asphyxiation.
What is that, like being choked?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's like until like you almost pass out, but you like really being, but you like being choked, but not like too much.
I don't even really like being choked.
Really?
I don't.
I would think that you would really enjoy that. I don't know why. I
don't mind being manhandled.
Mm-hmm. I'm drinking, by the way.
You know,
okay, manhandled, daddy snatcher.
But I don't. It's something like a light choke. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think people forget like how strong they are. And you be like trying to be sexy and shit. Like, I can't breathe. Like, what the fuck? Relax.
Have you ever had someone where you're just like, yo, move your hand?
I have. Like, nigga, like, stop. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I need to breathe for this to work.
Okay. Listen now. Shoot.
Oh, man. Yeah, a little choking never hurt nobody.
Ever. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
In a sexy manner. I just want to put that
light
disclaimer.
I turn to me.
Right. Please no. Please, no.
Please.
Please, no. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. I'm like, where am I? Okay. Let me pick a card. I'll do 4.
Okay.
Have you been to a swingers event? No, I've been invited to many a sex parties. And in my hoe days, I've done some stuff that it probably should have been an official sex party. And on that note, we'll see you on the next Jam-Packed.
Right. We're part 2 this thing. Okay?
Right, exactly. To be continued. Dun, dun, dun. Well, we have Bliss back on. We got to do like a full after dark with Miss Bliss. I think that's we're gonna have to do that. I'll find some good privacy cards and get shit out there.
So jam.
Yes. So before we get out of here, we usually end on words of wisdom. What would be your words of wisdom for the people?
I would say my mantra, which I live by. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. Okay, people? Ooh. Just, it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. I feel like everybody can say whatever you want to say because we have that right. But just watch how you say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously.
Yeah. I like that. I feel like to add on to that, my words of wisdom will be mindful of the way that you hear things. How things and versus how things are actually said.
See? Yes.
I like that. Yeah. To add on to all of that. Know your tone, know the words.
Period.
Right. Period.
Listen without, responding. Like, come on. Like, we're adults, okay?
Yeah.
People be forgetting sometimes. People be forgetting. People forget a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They really do. Did you take a drink on that last question that I
did.
Okay. I just want to make sure if we're going to play the tape back.
I'll take a little swig with you. I have to fill it back up if it was gone.
Oh yeah, let me add for you.
Come on.
Let's see. Ooh, thank goodness it's Sunday out here.
Okay. A beautiful Sunday at that.
Yeah, it really is. I'm so happy. Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. I got straight up tequila on ice with salt. Oh man, this has been so much fun. I appreciate you for joining in the shenanigans.
Thank you.
I know we didn't get to go too deep with these privacy cards.
Yeah.
But I think we've learned a lot.
I
whether it was through the cards or just conversing. So this has been awesome. And selfishly, I'm like, I get to spend some time with BLISSMITIZED.
I'm so happy. I'm really upset that I have to cut it short too, because we can keep going. But
yes, we definitely can. So that just means we gotta.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
My birthday coming up very soon.
Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
Very season.
Ooh, it's about to be on fire out here. Fire. Oh man, I know your birthday was like a turn up last year, right? They did a parade for your
drive by. Yeah, it was so sweet. People did shows. Love. I appreciate that because everybody know how I am about my birthday. Like I love anybody's birthday. I love birthday.
Yes, you love your birthday.
I got the countdown and all that.
Bliss dipped out on some boxing. She's like, it's my birthday weekend. I got stuff to do.
Yeah. I'm out of here. Going to Miami.
Yes. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
No, not this year. I just came back to Miami.
Oh, okay. All right.
On Wednesday. Yeah, I just got back.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, welcome back.
Thank
you. Yeah, we'll have to do something. Let's figure out a date, and we can play some games. If Oracle wants to jump on, we can do some shenanigans, some drinking shenanigans.
Yes, I would love to do it. That'll be fun.
There's gonna be a lot going on.
Right.
I already know.
But a good damn time for sure.
Yeah, it really will be. I'll be like, we could do it virtually. That way I could stay my ass at home. I don't have to worry about driving anywhere.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you so much.
Yeah, I love you too. Thank you again for joining. And for folks that are listening again, don't forget to be on the lookout for the Daddy Snatcher merch dropping soon. And then be on the lookout for the release date of the project that Bliss is working on called From Start to Finish. And in the meantime, between time, make sure that you watch all the music videos on Bliss TV, on the YouTube channel, which will all be in the show notes. Make sure you slip and backslide into Bliss's DMs. Shoot your best shot. Do what you can.
You can't do that. Okay, for the love of Bliss.
Yes, for the love of Bliss. We about to do that. For the love of Bliss, virtual edition.
I'm with it.
Yes, let's do it. Okay. All right. So any suitors listening right now, just hit me up and we gonna put this together. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm down.
Yes. Ooh, that means you might get a Chicago dude. You might get a New York.
Okay, look. Love is not where it. Love is all around the world.
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
Hey, that's the truth. And it's a lot more fun that way anyway.
I'm saying, show me something new. Show me something I ain't never seen before. Okay?
I think, you gonna need that in your life. Then you'll be like, okay, all right.
Exactly. So, if it's regular, I don't want it.
Mm-hmm. They gotta sweep you off your feet. Small things, folks. Details. It's in the details. It's all in the details. And on that note, check out JAMPACKED every Wednesday, dropping a new episode. Follow us on Instagram at JAMPACKED Show. Make sure that you hit up the YouTube, subscribe, youtube.com/JAMPACKED, and follow Stalk. Make sure that you hit up Bliss. Did we miss anything? Any dates that you...
No, at Miss Bliss, at itsmissbliss on everything.
Yes. I love it. On everything. And on that note, we will see you on the next Jam-Packed.
Peace out, put them in the air, ain't gon' rise up. Peace out, put them in the air, ain't gon' rise up. Peace out, put them in the air, ain't gon' rise up. Peace out,